To show you how to find and use Jing on your desktop in case you're interested. So the first thing you can do is go to your Finder and go to Applications. You should have Jing already on your laptop, and if you don't, then I'll also post the link for it just in case. But you just go to, you won't worry about updates, but this is Jing, so you can get started. And you can enter your Park School email address. I'm going to enter adam_young@parkschool.org, and I'm going to call him Adam Young. A lot of display names have already been taken, so just if your first choice doesn't happen, then just sort of become creative and pick something else. And I will just make a very straightforward password for Adam. Thanks, Adam. And we don't have to worry about making Jing better. So it's already in use. This is a good example. And I'll make it Park and create that. So what's going to happen is that the Jing icon is just going to float up to the upper right hand corner. So Jing is free. It's a screencast program, so you can capture whatever is on your screen or portions of your screen as well as audio if you'd like. So this first option here is the capture option. So what we can do now is we can click that there, and you can see that we're getting a nice set of perpendicular lines. And what you can do is you can just pick a certain area of your screen or just a small portion or the entire thing, and you're creating a region that you want to have captured. So I'll just show you these buttons down here. This is to cancel, which of course is always very helpful. This is to capture an image, which would be the same thing as doing Command-Shift-4, but you would just get a URL address for it instead. And then you can capture a video. We'll do that in just a moment. So here are some ways that I was thinking about how other teachers could use Jing. I'll show you how I've used it before in the past, and do still use it. This is a graphing program called GeoGebra that I use with my 8th graders. But for them, if we've had sort of a tricky class or something that I want them to sort of practice after, or to sort of revisit, or if we're going to be doing something new that we've talked about in lots of ways, but I want to sort of streamline it, I will give them a video to watch before class so they have that idea present. So it's either like remediation or previewing or just reinforcement. So if this is the function I want them to look at, this is the line, then I just come over here to capture a video, and I click that. And then Jing is going to give me a countdown. It's going to make sure it's using the internal microphone, which is great, totally fine sound quality. I click continue, and I get the countdown. And then I could start talking about, so in class we've been talking a lot about starting values. We're going to see that here, and now we're going to start calling that our y-intercept. So I could sort of just talk them through specific things. I can walk them through different options that I really want them to be thinking about, using key vocabulary, all that sorts of stuff. And when I'm feeling good about it, then I would click this stop button. Or if I want to pause it, I can pause it and then continue on afterwards. I'm going to click finish recording. What I can do here now is and then I can start talking about, so in class we've been talking a lot about starting values. I'm sure it's quite apparent that anything then that I said and anything that I did on the screen is captured. So if I'm totally disappointed in this, then I would just click cancel and I'm done. If I think it's good or good enough, I will click share via screencast. And then this bar up here is telling me that Jing is uploading the video and that I will get that URL address for it momentarily. So once it's here, then I can view on screencast.com. So it opens up Safari. And here it is. So here's the URL address, and it's in my clipboard. So I'll show you that in just a second also. And then I can start talking about, so in class we've been talking a lot about starting values. We're going to see that here, and now we're going to start calling that our. You can go to full screen, you can minimize it, whatever you'd like. Let me just also, just to show you, here I'll do that. I'll go to Safari here and open a new window. And I'm just going to do Command V to paste it. And there's that same address again. So you You can see it. You can post it on your website. You can email it to kids. You could email it to parents. I've had kids use it also as assignments. I'm going to post that in my email of ways that kids have used Jing in class for assessments also. So here's some other things that I was thinking about that could be really pretty neat, I think. So I was thinking, if you in science class are talking about, or in social studies, are talking about the effects of earthquakes, that you could, come up here to Jing and grab the part that you want, and then you could make a video, or kids could make a video, which I think would be even better, is that kids can make a video talking about what they learned about in class or over the last couple weeks, and then they can, talk about what they noticed here. Oops, a little too far in. What they noticed in different parts of the world and why it's important and what that means for plate tectonics and all that sorts of fantastic stuff. Again, you can finish if you like it, if they like it, then you can just use this option, share via screencast, and you get that link. Cancel that. I was also thinking, like, if groups or classrooms are talking about neighborhoods and communities and thinking about the world is small, the world is big, and you could have students talk about Brookline and thinking about parts of it that they know and questions that they have, and again, you capture that, and you could even send it home with, like, here are 3 questions that kids are going to talk about tonight. Could you help them? And then you just capture the part of the screen that you're interested in and then send it out as a link. So I think there's lots of fantastic options. I mean, you can imagine, like, sharing student work or a shared piece of writing that you've marked up in class, and then you take a screen, use Jing to capture, you talking through, or a student talking through what's important and what else you could do and how could you revisit concluding this piece of writing. I think it's powerful in lots of ways, and hopefully with these few examples it shows that it's pretty user friendly. If you have any questions, ask me, ask Susan, ask anyone in the tech department. We would love to help you with this. Thanks.